morning, good morning. Conspire blistered here. I own. No, don't worry. Mommy, get me. Mommy, get me. Yes, I'm coming. Yeah. What's up? What's up, Abad? Daddy, whose bag is this? You keep it there. It's supposed to be belonging to Mommy. Belongs to? What is that? Yeah, keep it there. What's your problem? And I want to go to school. Leave me alone. I told you and you refused. You remember? Yes. I hope you are doing well. Okay. So we are talking about passion and reality. And Kanso Patrick Asiku, Bugo Robert, how are you today? Hey, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. We're talking about passion and reality. Where how is it? How is the weather where you are? We are happy. Fe abalembeka amazzi, we are happy. Time. Yes. Martha, Director Martha Academy, Mukono Nama. How are you doing? I'm looking at garages in the area where I am. Emotoka eziri mu magaraje ago mulimu Nissan, mulimu Mitsubishi, mulimu Land Rover. Ezo emotoka ezo zibagamba okutagula ziremera mu magaraje. Fa Toyota nedwa tuvuganda mukade tuba kubala. They are very good. Good morning, JK. Namisi Herbert. Let me see. Dr. Maz. Morning Access News. Kajam lironga kakedenya atenga ngizeza kukira. 7:20. So passion versus reality. I think the actual word shouldn't have been reality. Na inashinonyeza ekigambo ne chimbula. Wapasa afachi. Obisanye n'omusajja avuga BMW ng'oli mu kapeso ka milioni 23. Avuga BMW yiyo X3 ate empya sinkadde. Nga ne gy'olaga tewali gy'olaga. Naye bannange, I think we should teach ourselves to be patient on the road. Omuntu ayingira kkubo takompitinga naawe, gy'ova tamanyiyo, gy'ava tomanyiyo, ayingira kkubo naye asobola okutambula agende. Alabeka gaapu mu maaso ko. Olwoba olaba agenda kuyingira n'olinnya nnyo omuliro ogenda omusookeyo. I think that's childish.
you know where it is as people, that sometimes it's okay, let people go, because even if that person went in front of you, like, they're not going to steal anything from you, they're just going on. Good morning, Jerome. So I think the actual word that I wanted was, you know, when we were doing marketing, international marketing, Gabatugamba, go global but sell local. I'm sure you guys have heard of that. For example, if you were to produce a product locally, like you see how they produce Aerial in I don't know, Aerial probably comes from Kenya, right? And when you come to Uganda, you have gone global almost, okay, or regional, but you have to stay local in the sense of Bogenda in a country that is not your own. Be local to that country. Chitegeza, when those the best example is Google. Google is created by English speaking people, but you realize that they have different languages. They have French, they have Spanish, now they even have Luganda, right? So that's the that's the real example of go global, stay local. So they go global, but they go global, but they stay local. Until when you go to Uganda, you can actually Google in Sebo. Good morning. Kebo najiretera mu box jeri mu office. Yes. Ya power kusimanyi kubanze natola butwazi projector teriko. Nemo box terimu. Kati awo simanyi we impozi ngeri mu nsawo yange. Nayenga meanwhile gamba Arafat funire ko projector cable kugundi ku power cable ate ko kuba ina power cable. Gamba Arafat funire kuba bwe bateri mu nsawo yange ate awo simanyi we. The neck office teriwo. Because jukira when I try projector ku set na lisi nachengenda jiko, so I just took the projector. Kati soko kwele mu office bateri Arafat funire kate kuba ina power cable. Aha. Good morning. What's your say about Nissan Cube? Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Waliwe murokezi muze saga na kugamba mboba saga na kugamba the good points, because the bad outweighs the good in Uganda. I'm not going to say globally, but in Uganda the bad outweighs the good. So if the bad outweighs the good, tewali nsonga lwaki ogule moroke. I know that those cars are cheaper than the Toyota counterparts, cars, the Toyotas that do literally the same. That are the Nissans, the Mitsubishis, the Kias and all that. Find them in the same condition, same model and all. Those cars are cheaper to buy. But to maintain, the Toyotas will always be cheaper. Okay, much more affordable. My girlfriend complains that in Panyo I want space when driving. It gives you space, it gives you peace, JK. Because you if you plan your time properly, even if I drove very close to that room, it wouldn't change the time I'm going to get to work. Hello. Good morning, sir. How are you? Yes, please. Yes, it is. Pardon? Oh, okay. Which play are you going to watch first? Yes. But we start at 9:30. Please try to hurry. Yes. Okay. See you then. Maximian, good morning. Eddie. Kyoyogedde kituufu jeke. Eddie mupya. Tamanyi moroka ze twagoba. Karawumu okalaba kali ku UAS, but it has a new engine. Ogiraba? Efuwa mist mwerere. You bring me a Nissan of the same number and tell me. A Nissan of the same number ebe unyoyiro. Antu baba jikanika nnyo. Today I see a shrine on the type. It's not a shrine, you people. That's a house. That's a house, you people. That's a house. So what Benz una park in the gula bundas?
Kati na vode Kenya.
Oh, you are one just a guy Kenya. Nengo bundazi bomu mulabe bwina market. Banna Kenya babo babunonna. Tamanyi tutulinze ye. Tulinze gwe nyabo.
Yeah.
It's okay. Mwe tutogera ku passion versus reality. Passion versus reality. Passion. When we talk about passion, it's something that you kintu kyoyagala ennyo, ekintu katugamba oba kyofiirako. You remember when they said the passion of Christ, I think it literally meant the love of Christ. Nti whatever he did it with love. Okitege agenda bamukomerera ne mukuba emigo ne bamuswaza for love. So we all have passion, and in my industry, the entertainment industry, is where most people do things for passion. I'm going to produce a film for the passion of it. And afterwards you ask them what's the business sense of this, and they literally don't know. I used to ask people, they used to tell me, Arthur, why don't you work on create a film? And I used to ask them, where is the business sense of it? When take a million, it billions, and nobody would could answer the question. They would all say festivals, bichi, but all those things are not business models that you can look at no government. Okay, point, I create value here and I reap my value here. And literally that's one reason why I've never created a movie. See that way where I reap my value, because I'm supposed to give value and get value back. So apart, I'm not going to work on a film for the passion of it. It has to make business sense. So I think now you relate. Nobody rides that border nakera kumachana javu gava sabaze for the passion of it. Most of the guys that ride borders baze kunona sent, they have come for money. After talk about the Toyota Axio 2007, how is it? They have those cars. That's a Corolla. Buy. Guda. Every car that you buy that is a Corolla, buy. By the way, do you guys still slaughter chicken or goats when they buy new cars? For me, I was born in Corolla. I don't know anything. Yeah, but there are people that slaughter. There are people that take even cars to the villages to be blessed. Najitwala mukyalo najinaza neddagala nayo tebikola bwogule moroka embye bambi era ogenda ogisaddaakira embuzi n'okumawera nekutawanya. You buy a golf and slaughter a cow, you will tell me you think the cow just brought you bad omens. Way, but you just buy your Corolla, maintain it properly, you don't have to slaughter anything. Good morning, Abby. Arthur, I thought it. No. That's just the design. One of the pictures I'm using in one of my productions today, and it should also be taking us back. I thought about it. It should also take us back to where we come from. Do you realize that most of the national parks have cottages built with that material? Wakati wanojiita shrine na yeye abazungu bebajja bibasulamu. Okitegeera. One thing for us to understand is that we are Africans, and traditionally that's how we built our houses. Katono musajja wa Land Rover antaddeko nnyo emabega angenderako tamanyi nti nvuga muyini. So traditionally those are the houses that we used to live in as Africans, and when these guys came, so we started thinking that our things are witchcraft and all that. There are so many ways for someone to interpret their things. Edwin, but that could be a cottage, that could be someone's house, a 3-bedroom house. It's just that it's very expensive for one to construct a house and roof it with grass. It's much more expensive than even using iron sheets. It's much more expensive to use grass than to use iron sheets. Okujja kompoza amategula gayinza okubanga gabeeyi okusinga Land Rover mugirengedde. Ikati terina esi, terina esi. Nyini yo baba erina esa jana. Kuba nkimanyi live broadcast agenda girabe. Ajanda ke. Chris Da Vinci, good morning. According to the business status advice, Bunda's lady to extra out. Katwalo business is expanding. If that lady expands now, she will require capital that she cannot recoup. She would require capital that she cannot recoup, Abby. Or she take it because right now, she cannot satisfy her demand. Muise ko nganda data ina bundazi. Uchitegera kati ngati chinyamba kudda okuparking nga tagenda kumpa chenjagala ngabantu bengulira banji. So she cannot right now, she can't satisfy her demand. Okujja ko kyayinza okulagulayo kalayi ndana afuna yo mwana asiika awo nyini already aina abaweereza but bebaweereza tebiriiwo. So the trouble right now is in the production department. Uchitegera the marketing department is okabantu kati bamutegedde obundaza abukola sobusa azikola, but right now she needs to get her production in order. Uchitegera kind of obwagazi and obusobozi. Amisi, what do you mean? Obwagazi, yes, passion. Obwagazi. No. Actually, it's not obwagazi and obusobozi, but it's obwagazi and echi. Obwagazi and echetagisa. That's what I literally wanted to mean. Obwagazi and echetagisa. Obwagazi and echetagisa. Let me see, I don't hate golfs. I love golfs. But that doesn't mean that we should forget the reality. Nze navuga golf biri during the lockdown. Era kyanyamba ndoza nezivuga mu lockdown ngasinda damatuga nali bonye. I drove a Golf 4. Then I drove a Polo. But when someone says that the Golf 4 is very reliable, mbasi maina kyayogerako. Tefa usigala otambula. But the gearbox is one of the faulty things. Atebe kunywa ndozo vuga Golf vuga mu Land Rover kino. I wanted to build a grass-thatched gazebo, but not fire. But you put those fire things that you have in Denmark, sprinkler. Kateka ko ne baka ngakali automatic. Ochitegera. Much more expensive than all kinds of iron sheets, even lifestyle. Yeah. We see those things bad food and our things are evil. They are not evil. Good morning, Hami Black Sebiala. Good morning, Nathan. Now Maximian is saying I should build that African fort cottage for Martha Nebanang. Martha, ugenda kwe kubyaba sajja MP1. Mavo Gadgets, good morning. Team Toyota. No, we are not Team Toyota, by the way. I encourage people to also buy Subarus because Subarus are also very reliable. Naye wano waliwo emmoloka ezimu nga ne bwe manjagala nti okuwekala jingo jigula mbasi kwagaliza okitegeera. Like if I encourage you to buy Nissan simply for the thing of for the sake of telling you to buy Nissan, oba ogenda kunchawa. Buying a Nissan, you will learn you will become a mechanic. I know people that bought Benzes and Golfs and they became mechanics because of mechanic abali babataminga buli kiseera babeera mu garage. And you guys I've told time and again, temusiba yingini. Primoje nabalaze gulu ne gulu yasuzeewo. Nesenga yakwata milioni ze 3 nagula yingini senga atuzizaamu ngaavudu. Zera yingini yange ne yechanga. Ngula buguzi yingini ngantuzaamu. Sinza na kupona abona basiba mu bichi. I heard of something called security switch. What is that? Because our friend lost his Toyota Wish on a barrel. Muteke tracker mu motoka. The tracker gives you at least 3 hours to find your car. 3 hours. Bwebabanga babbi bali sharp nyo at least mu 3 hours obofunyuma. Mugule tracker ya mitwala 45. Neba jja kubaka emoroka yo joguze milioni 2. Bannange muteke tracker mu motoka. Security switch. Security switch doesn't help people that give the cars to Canaries. Security switch is just a button that you put in your car and someone cannot start the car unless they press it. That's what we call the security switch. Adrian, did you finally see the Wish? After in Kenya, Nissan is a popular brand. What do? They have, Patrick, in Kenya, they have a port. I don't know if you get me. They have a port, so they get spare very easily. For us, everything that we get has to go through Kenya and then to Uganda. So what that means is that the importers, dealers, they'll only bring the things that sell. They only bring the things that are in plenty. Not only in plenty, they'll bring things that people will buy quickly. So most people have already put Toyota yakwata, so most people buy Toyota. Already enough. Like me, I influence people to buy. So I don't influence them to buy things that will be hard for them to maintain. The harder it is to maintain the Nissans, the harder it is for an importer to import spares. But in Kenya, contrary to what, everything is cheaper to get into their country. Good morning, Caris. Subaru is also Toyota. Yeah, Subaru is basically a Toyota. Kati abavuga Subaru nga balowooza bavuga byanjawulo nze basaasire. Aba Subaru just bakongeramu kwa kasenta ako maintenance kuba spare wa bei muko nenga nawe ovuga Toyota. Ami Black Fort Portal, how is it? Is it cold? Is it warm? Is it like here in Kampala? Oba mwe muli mu summer. Tuli mu winter. They also have the spare parts and better mechanics for the brand. Yeah, definitely their mechanics are better. I think mechanics get better as the brand of cars becomes more on the road. Emoroka jesuko mu kwara ba mechanic abaziga katinga Subarus. Now mechanics understand Subarus. Something that they didn't have a few years ago. Because Subarus are plenty on the road. But never do Toyotas afewa na mechanics zabatategeera. Nga za magezi nnyo nga ate ba makanika abo si ba bongo. Because buli makanika anta wa bongo. Makanika bamba amaanyi. Amayisi tulazigia box na jja na jibba wali. na kusumula misumali jiganye. Kati ba makanika bamba amaanyi si ba bongo. Still not found. Yajaku kati bambata munajifuna mujireke bulesi. Sende za mgendo okuona unazigula 10 ajida avuga 10. Bana ye muteke tracker mu motoka. Put tracking devices in your cars. Put tracking devices in your cars. It's 400,000. But it could save your car. It could save your car. I'm telling you. Maximia, you're building a shrine for Martha. Amboza jendaga. Nze nakola ebitaala bintadde ate ombuuza kigendaga ng'ebitaala bintadde. nze nakola ebitala nze ndeese jamu wali naye nze ebitala bintadde. Ate atadde bali bekikutte tategeera oyo naawe ali ku ssimu, is distracted, alina akawala kakwana. So we are talking about passion versus reality. Today my broadcast might be a little short, guys. Ninayo ku mirimu gy'abakama bange benyina okukola ate nyangu y'okutuuka mu kibuga. So bwe ntuukira bwentyo naye lwakuba bujjamu bwaleero nabwo sibutegeera oba lwa weather eno nti buli alina emmoloka agijjeeyo. It's possible nti buli alina emmoloka agijjeeyo. Naye regardless we move. So we are talking about passion versus reality. One of our friends here bought a RAV4 manual, bought a manual car, and he was really passionate about a manual car. And I'm using his experience because I want us to learn a little bit about it. He bought a manual car because he wanted the manual car. He was passionate. He was really passionate about manual, and he thought that, okay, I'm going to buy this manual car and really enjoy it, enjoy driving it, and I'm going to drive it and drive it and drive it and drive it. But he did not even, and when he bought it, because yari aguze moroka ye n'agikola amajorobero ge, put tires and all that, and then after doing all that, he realized that he can't really drive this car. Manual cars are not easy, especially in the Kampala traffic jam. Katulabanga wano bazira fe tuvuga manual, fa bazira fe tuvuga manual. So and then we ended up having to get rid of the manual car and get an automatic, which we successfully did yesterday. So apparently even the person that took the manual car is going to change it to automatic. We have to understand that the reality is manual is not for everyone. Now I'm using this example, but I'm going to try and replicate it with all the situations that I've seen happen. Okay, so this person was really, you see how I'm passionate about manual cars. Lengero obwongo oba basomera waba ne moroka ayiseewo seba kubi ekitala. Aba bantu beetaaga ebipapula biri miliyoni 2 bamukuba ekipapula kya miliyoni 2 tajja kuddamu labalaba ne omusaabaza asinisa amannyo bamuvuga ebyekigwagwa. Kyobulaba nze nvuma abantu nga boda akuvuga ebintu birabira ddala ebyekisiru naye nga naawe osirise. So this friend of ours was really passionate about manual cars. Actually, before we bought that manual car, we asked him constantly, why don't you buy an automatic? Why don't you buy an automatic? And he was really passionate. Actually, I realized I'm going to be a little more tough when I'm asking questions as we buy cars. So why buying manual? And he really wanted to buy a manual car, which is still okay. But now I want us to reflect, to kind of reflect that, okay, I'm passionate about this, but does it make sense for me to invest in it? I'm passionate about this type of car, but does it make sense for me to invest in this type of car at this time? And am I going to make sense out of it? Because in a Moroka, Tamazena yadde atenga Moroka mbaraga yabadde mbaraga bunyo. Tamazena yadde emyezi 5, and you know, say, okay, I don't think I can manage this manual car right now. I think I need an automatic. So we don't have Moroka manual enzikirako, which is totally normal. Manual cars are not for everyone. Okitegera nawa muto wange okuvuga mu moroka yange nagimarako clutch nga atavuga manual. Kati ntya n'okuddamu mu moroka yange. Kati manual is not for everyone. Kati nona ina genda avugizire moroka zammwe mu abalala. Automatic. Kati you need to understand that I want to buy, for example, the guys that are really passionate about German cars. Yes, you're passionate about the German car, but what is the reality on the ground? What is possible on the ground? Because everyone, people that are, it's just that some people don't tell you the trouble they go through as they keep those cars on the road. Because that's ekyo kye bakola kati ye reality eri ku ground. You can get a German car, but can you really drive that German car every day? Will you be able? And ketuvuze bangachi. We started broadcasting in Chisazi. How many German cars have you seen on the road? Do you think that all these people, or yomusajja we agenda nagula IST million asatu mu munana, do you think yaita sobola kugula yoka golf polo? Obolo yaita sobola kugula golf 5 million ngana? I don't know if you get what I'm saying. There is us being passionate about something, and there is us understanding what is actually happening on the ground. On the ground, Kampala is Toyota country, whether you like it or not. Kampala is Toyota country. Ninga watambudate. Kampala is Toyota country, whether you like it or not. Even countries like Kenya, where we can say that they have gotten, now they know what Nissan does, they like Nissan, they can fix it. Nabo, Toyota is still dominant in their country. Like countries like Denmark, which is near Germany, or Germany, where they drive German cars because, well, the manufacturer is next door, and the spares, that basically means the spares are very easy for them to get. But go to Europe, Ojakwesangira Toyota, Ozigata, because they have Skoda, they have Peugeot, they have so many types of cars that they. But era bwogata gata nogamba Peugeot yokka butugigata ntugamba tugendene ku Toyota yokka era muluka kyesinga, era you realize that Toyota is still dominant in those countries. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So unless all the other people that are driving Toyotas are idiots, we have to understand what the reality is on the ground. The other day I was talking to you guys about what we go through at school. So maybe to me, when I was at campus, I did some drama and film. My lecturers, all the people that taught me at campus, have never produced a play in the mainstream. They've never produced a movie in the mainstream. They don't have TV shows on any TV station. And then when you're at school, you have all these theories that are being fed in your mind. Things are supposed to be done like this. Camera lighting is done like this. You have to have this paperwork to produce it. You write a script like this. But apparently when you come to the field, you realize that, oh, the reality is actually different. The practice is different. There's theory. There's you being told what you ought to do, and there's actually you knowing what to do. But there is the reason why even Nabagaga Monsio na some economics. Because Jokomo kusoma, then you become risk averse. With time I realized that when you go to campus katufenga abasoma film, otandika n'okutoka producing a work, because ebintu bye bakusomesa okubeera nabyo bu paper work gwe bakugamba okubeera nayo simanya staff gye bakugamba okubeera nayo before you produce any piece of work. Olina okuba as a first assistant director, second assistant director, third assistant director, bonna ogenda basasuza ki in reality. Okitegeera yakasimanya obeera ne scene designer. The first time I produced my pilot, I even brought a costume designer. But then I realized costume designer akola ki ku set yange. Yayimirirawo buyimirizi. Fetwe designing la costume. Namusasula. But then later on I realized, okay, what did I need as a costume designer? He wasn't really doing any designing. And go Fetwe as a picking, he was just there saying, oh, he's okara sikora. Hey. Okitegeera. There is a passion, and then there is a reality. There is what's on the ground. Okitegeera. Kati, there is this thing that we talk about, yiyo awudi, mujirabye. Kati, awudi ojiraba, nozero mulaba jalaga jagenda okukolera. Avanti nda akolera wano ku kololo. Kati kugula awudi ng'obeera kira. Okay, let's go. I'm going to read these comments. Good morning, Arthur. Where can I get this tracker? Yes, they have types. Ezange zentu nakulika ya mtwala 3.5 neyana 5 Rupert. The one for 350 is not voice activated. You cannot listen to the people in your car. The one for 450, you can call the tracker and listen to the people in your car and what they are saying and all that. That's the difference. But you can stop your car in real time. And the car is in Kampala. You can stop the car in real time. You can turn off the engine, and they will not be able to turn back the engine. Like, you're supposed to stop here so that people can cross. You can turn off the engine remotely using your mobile phone. You can track the babo. It's not a very good practice, by the way. It's not a very good practice. The leaders are bad. So I'm lost cause I'm back in Uganda trying to see how to survive. Oh, wakomyewo kulikayo Uganda yakujirapi yebanvuge wanuwe kubanda wanuwe wakalu mulaba zizo embassy ba diplomat mubalaba bavuga Land Cruiser mumuloza boss VWT kwani tebazirapa nezi ML formatic. There are things that are on the ground, people. There are things that are on the ground. If an embassy that doesn't make a loss a Morocco wefa buys V8, nebatagula zitigwani, nebatagula zi Nissan Terrano, nebatagula simanyazi Mitsubishi bagita Chariot. Gwe omuntu wa bulijjo we Uganda akyakola miliyoni 2 omwezi. Ekiguza tigwani kiki okujja kamalala. And I heard that the Ministry of Transport is to license garages. Do you think this will somehow improve the quality of mechanics? No, it won't. The Ministry of Works doesn't license mechanics. It licenses garages. Like, if you have money, you can get a license. Nange ata nsobola okukira nchana enfuna license ya garage. Ngabo olaba omuntu nti teyetaaga kuba musawo okufuna license y'obusawo. What actually, even you can open a hospital. All you need is a doctor to write on your documents that he will be available. You can also open a pharmacy. All you need is a signature of a pharmacist to say that he will be the chief pharmacist in your pharmacy, and you'll get a license. So it will not guarantee the good quality services. Atera, even if you have a multitude of mechanics, it doesn't need your Outlander, but then you get a Outlander and a Chariot says in. Mr. Parsi. Good morning, Mr. Parsi. How are you today? Itonna simba. Chichi. Be sorry. Kale nafe tubasubidwa. Kale Mr. Parsi. So, passion versus reality. Ngenda soma comment hizo no zona. Already there. Yona kira bayite bajakira. Tuzayo munzo kawe abastadiyo. Mukubira mbuzo wa yaza bomba stadiyo because bomba zokaza tuzayo mix. Yesterday rain. Ate nkuba yatonye wonna newange eri mu kyalo nasanze enkuba etonye ate nga nyingi. Lastly, tell me about Mini Coopers. Avoid the Mini Coopers. Eddie, why do you just want cars that are going to give you trouble? Avoid those cars. Simanya Nissan, simanya bichi. You'd rather buy Makex nekunywa mafuta go no manya nti kali the expense egenda mafuta. Okusinga okule moroke egenda okuchankalanya. Avoid the Mini Coopers, simanya Nissan Note, simanya ka uyagenda kweyagala emyaka gyenge ena 5 inawera ezemoroke ezo ziraba motoka y'olumune bweba namumakanika agikulemesa naye bamakanika ba golf nyina gwe nasanga eyo ali ku Apollo yalemesa omugagga golf 5 ye nga yayagala okugivuga nga yagamba omugagga nfu nnyo tojja gisobola ngera amuganze njugako wano nawali naye nga agivuga ye n'agitambuliramu. So you just buy me. I this is my perspective. Probably someone will disapprove me nga tutandise okukola podcasts angambe because era bajja kugamba mbwe kiremesa bannayuganda emmoloka ezo goofu tebaagala kukanika naye nga nze nga nakanika emmotoka n'oli omusajja oli yankubira essimu nga goofu mutamye yagikanika n'agisama $13,000,000 neegaana ng'ayagaana kaaba maziga. What is the reality facing? What is the reality facing Chira Motors and their electric vehicles? Chira Motors, it's a Ugandan brand, which and they are not making low-cost vehicles. I think they are. Chira Motors, I think Chira Motors needs to refocus. The focus for Chira Motors should have been low-cost vehicles. Sisi 500, 300 ze bali badde bakola. Yingire kubo. Ye bana bavuga buno motoka buno obutono bayigira bwe motoka. Yingire kubo. Bamala kukubira ngombo kujjukiza nti olina yingire kubo. Bantu mwetaga mujje mbakoze refresher courses mu kuyingire ku because okuyingire ku yemu ku skills zikyasinze okwetagisa e Kampala wano kuyingira kubo enter the road. I doubt Toyota is dominant in most West European countries. Nze bwentambudeko JK it's not bwogata types ziri endala nga nyingi zisobola okusinga Toyota, but if you get like a Skoda and get Toyotas are many. If you get like a Golf and get Toyota is dominant. If you get like a Peugeot and get Toyotas are many. But if you got all the other types and combined, they are definitely they will definitely beat Toyotas. But don't forget our discussion. We are talking about we have talked about passion versus reality. To even to be truly passionate about. I even gave you the example of what betwasoma ku campus maybe tukole nga byanjawulo nnyo nti the people that stuck to theories ne kakati bayinza oba balemereddwa kamalize broadcasting nga banakola wako ono make print nga print nti the people that stuck to the theories wesanga nga balemereddwa okukola ebintu okitegeera. That's why you find that the people that went to for example the Department of Music, Dance and Drama ne basoma drama, most of them are musicians. Ba Phantom Lovins, ba Bobby Wine, ba aniao. Because majority of musicians actually did not study music. Basoma drama. Ateba musician basoma music, abasinga basomesa. Why? Because they are stuck to the theories. They manage the practice of how things actually work in the field. So you need to understand passion versus the reality. Kati wamanya reality ogende ne reality wesonyiwe ki? Wesonyiwe passion. Because reality egenda kusavinga
where the boom as one is said.
Toyogera n'omuntu abikwasaganya
anti nkubira beni simye
mulinde ko kuba kati tebajja kuddamu bweno na I think Benjamin B, I think my analysis might be correct or not correct, but I personally think that what they are doing wrong is that they are targeting the market. They are targeting tebanagitegera bulungi, tebanategera bana Uganda chiche bakola ki chiche banoonya bana Uganda kati fe wetuli tunoonya low cost vehicles.
Where the bombers one is?
Tunoonya low cost vehicles. Tetunoonya ati lwaki kyo kibagano ziwanika pozi nabagambye kuliko enfu arafa azimanyi
nti tukolaba oti nti ugende wa arafu abalaga enfuku ezo
arafa amanyi wa yenfuku ezo
ntakwata na simu tuziresi
the video man me love manual cars to yet I can't drive it jireke manuals muzilekere fa abaziguledde saawa eno. That's one thing I've realized okujjako ng'oli really passionate about it. The reality is bw'oba osobola okwesonyiwa emmoloka ya manual bw'oba osobola ogyesonyiwa gyesonyiwe ogula automatic ogende because that's the normal right now. Let's see. VW Group is a dominant brand, I believe. Antingeina did various brands. It's also nabo zigata, but Boreta brand Audi in Kampala have Mark X engines. Are you sure? Although they have engines that look like Mark X. Oba bazikyusa bukyusa. Good morning, Athan. Good morning, Daniel. The rainy morning. The debate of the land versus cars for all and for all the unplanned children. Man, bagenda kuzaala worldwide Toyota is the car. Even in the Arab world, they can have all the car types, but they have Toyota for daily driving. Definitely, Chira Motors is money pit. Every financial year they get billions. Kugabali mukulia sente. The global car industry is very competitive. Even competent companies struggle with new models. Chira is dead on arrival. Even Ugandans will not afford their new vehicles. You know, we could actually, Daniel, we could afford Chira vehicles if they targeted us the right way. But I believe that emoro kakatize bakola tebazikolera ffe. Bakola bukozi kutuusa mukolo nti we have a car company in Uganda. But if they were serious about it, bali badde bakola emmotoka ezaffe. Ate ne bazituwa ku financing. They should have made cars, the cars that we desire, and they should have given us those cars on financing. Nze but that is an approach that they have failed. Probably Rangabo government, it's simply a money pit. It's simply a money pit. Bali mukulia sente zaabwe fete ebyokukola emmotoka ezaffe si bye baliko, because if that were the case they would be selling cars already. Ugandans will buy anything. Ugandans will buy anything as long as it, because they have influencers at their disposal. They have the government at their disposal. The government could actually say we are going to buy cars for government employees. We are going to buy Kira EVs, which together basically they have everything that they could desire to make the sales happen. Neighbor guy, muzikize mbasimu. No new model simbi motoka just temanyi nako. Nange ngenda jigula. Arthur, among these cars, which one do you recommend for a start of 15 million? Spacio Vits Raum Wish Fielder. You can't get a Fielder 15 million and bilo kujango funa mode nkada ate nayo kizibu. Ne Wish 15 million egenda kota wanya. Pozi oyinza ogula Vits ne Spacio. Ne Wish oyinza ogifuna nete ejja kuba nnungi nnyo. Zone emmoloka ezo nnungi, depends on what is available. I have no idea what your question. It means Eddie Kim. But I hope South Korea started with bad cars too, but they protected their industry by restricting foreign brands. One wafe tosola restricting ekisooka abantu baavu mutasobola kugula motoka milioni 9 erikira even agira biri ku milioni oba 12 eya wansi esedani tetujja zisobola. Remy Lewis, Patrick Asiko Council, Kabugo Robert, Martha Director, Martha Academy, JK Access News, Namisi Herbert, Jerome, Maximian, Edrin Mugerwa, Lions Team, Abi Bukenya, Chris Da Vinci, Hamia Black Seviala, Nathan Juko, Mavoga Jet Center, Caris, Benjamin B, Inan Stewart, Obadobo Zegwemani, Daniel Ranga, Mwonge Richard, Kayons. Could you do a video about Nchogede? Kasulani Peter, Baneba Guy, thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. I'll see you tomorrow in the morning. May God bless you. Don't forget, muteke tracker mumoroka, because the moroka it's an asset. It's an asset. Don't joke with it. Emoroka yo asset yo kati bajjaji babajitwalo mundu kumunga Edwin bwatu gambia awo, but with the tracker you can actually track your kanzitunda asatu mwetano nana mwetano. Security switch joyoge deko na eba yitagisa moroka by nze sijiri namu because well moroka ngeri muno omuti ogenda jitwala wa mulimo omuti munene gwe good nagin nina akasajja kanga akatamale mirundi. Anyway, I'm joking. Mutumba Paddy. Good morning guys. I do pre-purchase inspection, bring mu recommending clients so lokufuna akasenta akakipinga chane nongi tambula. May God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.